The things that you said you wanted to achieve in 2015 during that interview were amazing. Were amazing for any other person who'd consider themselves more normal than you. I think a lot of us need to be embarrassed for dreaming too short, for doing too little, because you make it so possible. You make it seem so easy. And I know it's not. I know it's not. But because you have this dream and because you are determined to be the successful woman that you say you want to be, I cannot wait one day to celebrate Ntefo the business analyst. I can't. And I know I really cannot wait. And I know it's going to happen. Because if that girl that I met who'd say, Mama, that's, and I was thinking, why would they bring such babies to work? I mean, some of us are very old, but your determination, I am so proud of you. And I'm so excited that you have not stopped dreaming. You have not stopped wanting to achieve more. You have not stopped flying, my baby. And I am so proud of you. I am so proud of you. I want you to really know that. Now, I want you to tell us just a little bit of one of your greatest achievements from when you were a baby, that one thing that you've always wanted to do, or that one thing that you've already achieved and you think this was my highlight. What has been your greatest achievement to date? I know there's more coming.
Yes, definitely there's more coming that I want to achieve. I believe now being at Holland and being able to further my studies and even graduate was the greatest achievement. Be able to have a self-development and encourage myself and being out there, being around people and encouraging people that being differently able, it's the, you know, because people don't feel like it's possible for you to do things just because you're differently able. So being out there and inspiring other people has been the greatest achievement ever.
Thank you, my baby. Thank you so much. I am so proud that you are even so confident to mention your highlights and you are proud of yourself. One thing that I want every person who's going to watch this is to learn this beautiful word, that being differently abled. That is a new term that I want to introduce with this chat today. This is a new term that I want to embrace myself. This is a new term that I also want to teach people, that if they would use the right term, they would actually also be able to see everybody as being capable, as being unique and beautiful. The fact that Ntefo is differently abled does not stop her from dreaming or achieving the things that she sets out to achieve. I'm so proud of you, Nana. It really gives me an honor to be able to sit here and talk to you about these things. Now, here's my other question for you. And it's a discussion that I want us to have, because I know you are this person. You live your life to the fullest, and you do this in such an amazing way. I mean, you love holidays, you love going to spa treatments, you always have your hair well done every time. You always take time to go for your nail treatments and just do things like any other young woman who believes that life is a gift should do. Now, I want you to tell me, what are those things that in your life you've had people thinking, or maybe even saying to you that you can't do, and you went on to do them regardless?
Yeah. So the most challenging thing about being differently able is that every day is a challenge. You meet challenges everywhere you go, from transport to accessibility. Yeah. So there was a day I went to Gold Reef, and I was told that I can't go on most of the rides. I was so annoyed that day, and I was yelling at the whole staff and the manager. So
I trust you do that. I know you.
Yeah. So people need to be open-minded and willing to learn about us and the system and institution to change and accommodate people with disabilities. Like, yes, like accessibility and employment. So that day, so if eventually he agreed for me to go on some of the rides, and there was this specific one that I went on, and it revealed to me that I have fears for heights. I really am glad that I was able to experience that, but I was so scared. I even regret to yell at that manager and the whole staff of Gold Reef. But the most important thing is that they need to accommodate people with disabilities. They need to, that was the most thing that got me so annoyed, that in this world that we're living in, most places that we go to are still not wheelchair friendly. They still don't accommodate people with disabilities, and that is so sad, because we 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 as an individual, we want to go, we want to explore, we want to do things, but some companies are not allowing people with disabilities to explore and have that fun that normal people do.
Exactly, exactly. And when you say that fun that normal people do, I feel so embarrassed. I have never been on those rides. I've been to Gold Reef a couple of times, taking kids there. I remember I once took my family there, and my daughter was still very young at the time. I mean, she's 19 today. Back then, she was still very young. And I held on to her, and I did not want her to go on most of the rides because I just felt she was still too young. But the most embarrassing part is that Lena, myself, I have not even been on those rides. So I'm going to take today as a challenge to me to say, go to Gold Reef City, but don't yell at the staff like Ntefo did. Go to Gold Reef City and enjoy those rides. And I'm going to do that. You have a voice. You have a voice to speak on behalf of those people that have not realized their birthright to be a part of this society, birthright to be given just as much respect as the other ones who think they are normally abled, and you guys are differently abled. And I love that voice, and I look forward to hearing you even on bigger platforms speaking, because what you have just said now is a voice that many have not heard before. And I would love for the world to hear your message. I'd love for the world to hear your plea. And I'm glad that at the end you felt sorry for yelling at them. You always did. You'd yell at us even at the office, but then afterwards apologize, because you really never wanted to be disregarded or seen differently. You always demanded the same treatment. You always demanded it, and it always comes as an honor for us to actually give it to you, because you're not asking for it, you're not begging for it, you're just saying, I am just like you.